Good morning, fellow crafters and paper artisans. It is Chandra from Stock and Stuff. I am here for Share It Saturday. It is October. So after this video, we only have 2 more and our year-long collaboration will be over. I do hope that you have learned some things from me around how to use your Cricut. So today I am going to be, as this is the third piece of my 3-part videos on how to prepare an SVG. And when I bought my Cricut, I only knew about Cricut because I had used the original one and played around with my friend, and she got the upgrade, and then I ended up getting the Cricut Maker. So I was introduced to Silhouette, honestly, from YouTube. Actually, Silhouette files were introduced to me by Ebony from Sharing More. I had never even thought about the idea of using my Cricut to cut other companies' SVGs. Now, I have cut SVGs from SVG sites, but not necessarily from another company like Silhouette. So I'm starting here. I'm going to show you how to put together a big project. I'm not going to cut it. I've cut it before, but this really is about the prep. And it's really about the Cricut, and you know the bulk of learning the Cricut is learning the software. Now, when you buy a Silhouette SVG, you need to make sure that you click SVG in the basket because it will print. It will give you a studio file, Silhouette studio file that really only works on the Silhouette. So you want to make sure that you are purchasing an SVG. So I was doing a big purses project last year, and so I had bought some purses. Now, I'm saving this screen here because I want to upload it, and I want you to see this because there's some text at the bottom of the SVG. So Cricut is saying, we don't support that. What do you want us to do? So I'm going to say continue, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to get rid of it. So here's the image, and I don't know if you can see it here, but there's this tiny line of text, and we'll deal with that when we get in there. So I'm going to upload it. I should have changed the name to Silhouette Purse or something, but it really doesn't matter. And then I'm going to add it to my canvas. Now, I already had it in my uploads, but I wanted to show you that text part. And I'm not going to save this one because I already have it in here, already prepped. So I'm going to show you how to prep this one. And if I do a better job, I might save this one instead. So it loaded on my screen tiny. So I am going to make it larger. Now I'm keeping my eye on this piece, the purse body, because I want that to be a certain size. So let's say, for instance, I want it to be at least 5 or 6 inches. So I'm going to stretch it out so that this purse body is a little over 6 inches. All right, I'm just looking at the ruler at the top and kind of gauging that. Now, this is the text that's here. It's telling you where I can get directions or instructions on how to put this purse together. It doesn't tell you how to prep it or cut it, but it does tell you how to put it together. So you know what I have to do. On 3, 1, 2, 3, I need to ungroup it. Right? And then I am going to click this text and just get rid of it. I have already created a Word document with those instructions, and I put it together once. So once you do it, it is easy to do after that. Now, so let me tell you about the parts. Sometimes what I have to do, if it's too intricate, I have to upload the picture and put it right here next to it so I can see it because I can't remember. Now, I can't remember what it's supposed to look like. Let me say it that way. I also sometimes will download the picture and I will draw arrows and say, I want this to be pattern paper. I want this to be pink. I want this to be black. And you know, I'll kind of draw lines to it so I'm already prepped before I get to my Cricut canvas. Now, you have to figure out what your process is. Some people will probably work right from here on their own. It's not a problem. Now, let's talk about these pieces. So these are the hooks that connect the handle to the purse. I'm going to group these back together so that I don't have to change the color one by one. And I'm going to turn them gold or silver. Let's do silver today. I'm going to turn them silver. All right. And then again, this is the front and the back of the purse. And I need to decide what I'm going to do with those. I will probably do some pattern paper. And so I am just going to make them, let's pretend our pattern paper is purple, all right? Because Cricut doesn't really care. We just want to make it a different color. Now, there's something else we got to do here. We need to change these little, I'm looking over to the left here. You see all these little lines? Those are, you know, I'm going to call them score lines, but they're really more like stitch lines, but we want them to show up the same way. So first of all, I'm going to ungroup that, and then I'm going to click these. Let's see if that got me what I wanted. I'm going to change them because I don't want that to cut. I'm just looking at the dotted lines because you see the purse part is not highlighted down there. So I want to change those first of all from a dotted line to perforate or score. So I'll do perforate, because we really want them to be like little stitches. And then I'm going to group them back. I need to move some of these things. Snag that. And I want to group it back, but I actually want to attach it. All right, so, look at that. You see what I did? I did not catch that piece. So that is very important. So let's go back. I am going to select the perforated lines. So the problem is I've ungrouped. So I'm going to just move this big piece out of the way. I am going to grab the perforation because these little dots in here are cuts. I do want those cut. I don't want those perforated. I need those to have holes in them. Now the tricky part is to just get what I want. So you have to really work with your mouse, because right now these are all pieced. I want to make sure I got that top line in there. All right, so then I'm going to, so those are perforated. I'm going to group those. And I'm going to come back and put that back and line it up. It's pretty simple. And then I'm going to attach. All right, we're going to put it back and we're going to attach. So let's check it, make sure. All right, so that piece is together. So let's go ahead and do the other piece of the purse body. And I'm going to just move stuff out of the way. Let's put this big one. This goes on, you see that's bigger than those? It goes on the purse closure flap. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it silver. So we're going to do the same thing here. And I'm going to move, not the holes. I'm trying to grab the purse. It is not being my friend this morning. There we go. I'm going to move this piece off, and I am going to perforate. And this line I'm going to, I also have to ungroup one more time, and then I need to select here, and that I want to score, because that is a fold under. Now I have to go back and attach that whole thing. Okay, so we've got the same thing going on over here with these lines, these stitch lines. So concerned about getting it back the way it is. You can always duplicate it, have it right next to it, and use that as your guide, and then just delete it when you're done. Let's make this little strap across the top brown. Well, and at this point it doesn't like it, so I'm going to come down and click it here. It doesn't like that I can't this. I've got too many things going on there, so I use my side menu to click on the piece that I want, and I'm going to make it like a rust. Maybe I'll do like a rust color, because I don't know. Most of my paper has rust in it, so maybe I won't go as dark as brown. All right, so then if I'm going to do rust there, I'm going to do my flap also in rust. So while I'm in here, I might as well change the color of this. And now all the colors I'm using are here in on the top row of the menu. And you see I'm doing the same thing with this as I've done with the other pieces. So I don't need to walk through that with you, but now let me tell you what I usually do when these things are the same size and I've got to you know, try to deal with these teeny weeny lines. I just do one and duplicate it, and then get rid of those ones that I didn't take care of. So on this I'm gonna, well, let's do this. Let's see if we can get that whole line there. I'm actually going to score that because that's going to fold. It's going to fold in these little hooks up here. Two ungroups when you've got the holes. So remember that. So I want to send that to the back so I can get my holes so I can line it up. And then attach. Well, I want to, yes, I want to attach. And then I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. And then I can get rid of these. All right, so you got your handles. We're going to do the same thing there. These are score lines. Those will be score lines because they are doing a fold over. Remember, because you're doing a couple of things with this, you're going to ungroup twice because you got to ungroup the holes and ungroup the line. The holes remain cuts because you do want them to cut through. Same way on this strap. And change your color. So that is how to prep a bigger SVG with lots of different parts, and how to do it with a SVG from another program. I want to thank you all for watching and learning some tips today. Have a great Saturday, and please check out the other collaborators. They are so awesome, and they will teach you some things about your Cricut, your silhouette, your brother's skin, and whatever else they're going to be doing today. So have a great Saturday. Thanks for watching.